Hi. How do you keep track of a company's health? Best is, of course, to stay in touch. Talk to its people, clients, neighbors, suppliers. Ask for their names, what sports they like, their hobbies. Remember it all. Take notes, send them cards, call them if you can, whenever you can. Make them into friends. Listen to the tenor of the voices. Are they worried when you talk to them? Are they ecstatic? And when you do visit, do they smile when the CEO goes by? Or do they shudder? All this is part of sleuthing, physical sleuthing. And yes, to do this, you have to turn off the internet, get out of the house or the office, and find out facts physically before they became blips on screen. That's what good family doctors do, you know. They don't just give you blood test, x-ray, or colonoscopy. Good doctors talk to you. They listen to you. They see if you are worried. They watch your skin for liver spots, see how fast you walk. Have you begun to shuffle? Begun to slur your words? It's the same with companies whose stocks you own. You have to get to know them as living, breathing, commercial creatures that they are. But you're probably asking, there are not enough hours in the day for this. How can I do all this for 8, 9, maybe 10 companies in my portfolio? Which one do I do first? Which last? You should, of course, go read their filing first. There you can see hints of problems before they arise. So you know what to ask for when you call your contacts and which you call first. But you better know how to read the filings, not just like a CFA does, but as an operator. Which bring me to today's point. Today I want to tell you of one test that most stock analysts don't do because very few analysts actually operated the company and even fewer have turned around one. It's especially useful for the manufacturing company, the kind that actually makes stuff, you know? Now, what does the test do? It shows how fast the company's information is flowing up and down the corporate neurons. So management can react fast if something is wrong. It's the equivalent of giving the company a quick tap on its knee to see how fast it twitches. So I'll call it a test of a company's neurology. The test assumes there are three main information flows in most companies. The first two are information about money in and money out, so-called the company's financial lifeblood. The third one is about material in and material out, like commercial eating and evacuating. Let me be specific. The first test is how fast are receivables being received. That is, how fast clients are paying. Most corporate sales are paid in 30 days, with interest starting accruing thereafter. But large companies, some of them, pay in 60 days, and if the clients are big and mean or are the government, they even pay longer. Yes, some companies are selling to retail, who pay fast and directly, some with cash, others with credit card, and the credit card company takes its time paying the seller, but not 60 days. At any rate, if you divide the amount of account receivables by sales and multiply by 365, you get the number of days of receivables. It's equivalent to the speed of financial blood coming in. If it flows down too much, that is, the number of days goes up, corporate heart attack, financial heart attack can follow. So that's one. Receivables days outstanding. The second number you get when you divide the accounts payable by the cost of goods sold and multiply by 365. This number tells you how long it takes the company to pay its suppliers. It's equivalent to the speed of used financial blood going out. If it slows down too much, the suppliers scream at you or send the bailiff. Neither is good. So that's the second. Finally, and third, you look at the inventory. That's what the company eats, so to speak, to make its products. The less it eats, the better, because it takes time to turn inventory into product, which will then take 45 to 60 days more to become cash through sales. So here too, you divide the inventory amount by the cost of goods sold and multiply by 365. That's how many days of inventory the company has. The inventory turnover is equivalent to the speed of evacuation from the company. Too much inventory is like a corporate constipation that may lead to an unpleasant flush, also known as an inventory write-down. Now sum up these three numbers: days of receivables, days of payables, and days of inventory. What you get is the company's neurological health. Each industry has its own typical number. Some have almost instantaneous receivables. Movie exhibitors, for example, who get paid by the customers up front, or coin laundry operators, or airport suitcase lockers. Others have much longer, like sellers to government or to IBM. It's the same with payables and inventory. Now, why is the above important? Because a company with the above three numbers are low, that is fast turnovers, this means information flows up and down fast the corporate neurons, or the company management can react faster to fix problems. Indeed, some investors say that Apple, for example, opened up its big store in New York City as a test for seeing which inventory of the company was moving out fastest and which was being paid fastest by clients. This gave management a huge advantage in planning which future item to emphasize and which customers to prefer. On the other hand, if you are not Apple, but Boeing, selling to poor airlines and to stodgy government, you have almost no information flow, which causes periodic flushes of inventory and corporate nervous breakdown. So here's the point. If you are a sleuth investor and you have a portfolio of, say, 10 stocks, you better keep track of these three numbers every quarter, at least for the companies that actually make stuff. This will help you in two ways. First, you'll get a feel for the flow of business during the year of each stock and see why cost and earnings vary periodically. But second, you'll see early to which stock you better give up close attention now to see what's wrong. I have used these three parameters in the past, both as an investor, as an operator, and I can testify to their effectiveness in pointing out problems that deserve a dose of sleuthing. And yes, good CEOs sleuth their own operations too, up close and personal. Now, before we log off, here's one more word about the first two of the three neurological indicators, the payables and receivable turnovers. If you're an entrepreneur, beside an investor, pay close attention. Many entrepreneurs have come close to bankruptcy because of these two numbers, because especially when the company started growing fast. Yes, when the company grows fast is especially when the problems crop up. Here is why. Say you have a new company, a startup, so clients take advantage of you and they pay in 60 days, sometimes more. You, of course, as a new kid on the block, must pay your suppliers in 30 days, sometimes faster. Say the difference is 30 days. That's 1/12 of a year. That's your working capital. Assume your sales were $1 million and they just doubled, $1 million more. Whoopee, right? Maybe not. Because for that new $1 million of sales, you'll have to put up 1/12 of a million or 80 grand in cash as extra working capital. Do this extra $1 million in sales generate 80 grand in free cash flow profit soon? That's kind of high margins. Very few startups do it. What if they don't? This means you may have to borrow, maybe mortgage your home to finance this new sales and new 80 grand working capital, or sell equity in distress. In other words, the difference between payables and receivable turnovers is critical for growth, and companies whose margins are too low often better not grow too fast. Should I repeat this? Companies with low margins better not grow too fast or they can go bust. Or, on the positive side, it's often a sign they underprice their product and should raise prices. Yes, higher prices would both raise profits and cut out stingy clients who take advantage of you. If you're an entrepreneur, the above words are probably in your bones. But even if you are not, and you are just a sleuth investor like me now, the same drama is played in the companies behind your stocks every day, every quarter, every year. To sum up, to better allocate your up-close and personal sleuthing time, track your investment companies' three turnovers and see them as corporate neurological information flow. Then sleuth up-close and personal those whose speed of reactions fell too much, that is, the number rose too much, because this often means the management are not yet aware of problems. Be sure to make your reaction time faster than other investors. It'll help you take their money. That's all for today. Please let me know in a comment below what you think of the above, and if you like it, subscribe to the channel and retweet it and forward to all your friends and followers so they subscribe too. then buy my last book, The Advanced Sleuth Investors, and write a review about it for Amazon, which I hope is a good one. I'll see you next time, and meantime, thank you very much for watching.